Hello, and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. Yeah, on the Polkadot chart, or the dot chart, we actually haven't seen much change. There is a bit of uncertainty in the short term, but we already had that uncertainty in the last video, basically. The idea is that the low is in, okay? So that's the idea we are currently following. My main support level below which I would most certainly switch bearish is $3.87. It's a 78.6 retracement level that hasn't changed for a while. It's measured all the way up to the 9th of November high of the October low. I count that as a potential wave one. Okay, so there is one scenario. I don't believe it really, but you know, there are just due to the, let's say, the murky structure here, this sloppy structure to the upside, there are too many possibilities to really, have a very, very clear view. I'm going to tell you what my view is, but let's talk through these scenarios first. So in the first scenario, which is not the primary necessarily, let's talk about these scenarios first. So in the first scenario is the yellow wave count. We had 5 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the 9th of November high. We call that potentially a wave one in this scenario. It's a valid 5-wave move, and we would then be looking here, this decline, which was made on the 9th of November as well. We had this retracement to the 38.2 Fib level. We call that a wave two. And then we could now, based on that, be in a third wave, okay? And in this third wave, the price could dramatically rally, radically, really. That would mean basically that in this third wave, we have now completed or are about to complete another 1-2 setup. So that's one scenario. Yeah? Basically, you need to understand that this third wave would also consist of 5 waves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't really believe it. And the problem I have with this wave count is that this move down was just too short in duration to be a reliable wave two, really. However, in the absence of anything better, I've labeled it like that. So that's one scenario. You could say if you want to trade it, against this 9th of November low, which was made at $4.56, you could say, you're focusing on higher. So that would be your support, and that's the invalidation level. Again, I don't really believe it. Then there's a scenario which is the white wave count. In the white wave count, we basically it is the yellow count, okay? But we say that wave two isn't finished. So you might actually see that a little bit better if I make this background color a little bit less dense. So in this scenario, we can say, yes, we topped in a wave one, indeed, on the 9th of November. The count was correct because it is a valid count. But the move down, it was so fast, it was not a complete wave two. It was not enough to correct this entire rally. Therefore, this possibly was just an A wave. The move up, it's a 3-wave move in my reading. So it could simply be an ABC structure in wave B. Yeah. So an A wave down, an overshooting B wave, which to be honest was a bit too long to be a reliable overshooting B wave. Again, that's the next problem. And we could now come down in a C wave. The problem is when we have an overshooting B wave, the C wave might not go below the low of the A wave. There's another scenario. And only afterwards we would start the third wave rally. Or in the orange count, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th wave. Okay. So you've got three scenarios. Most importantly, they are all bullish, but I haven't got a very clear support level. There are 2 support levels I have. So one is this invalidation point at $4.56. And if we break that, then $3.87 is support. So these are the 2 levels against which we can focus on higher. But it's not a chart that offers great precision at the moment. So we don't have very clear probabilities. So it might mean you might want to look for a chart that is a little bit clearer at the moment if you want to trade something. Then this might not be the one. Or you say, okay, you don't mind to just look if you get a pullback, get close to one of these invalidation points, or one of these support levels, and then you try to position very close to the invalidation point with a stop below that, while looking to trade on the long side. Maybe that's just a suggestion, just an idea, really. Not really a suggestion even, it's an idea. This is for me just too messy at the moment to call it a reliable chart. Okay, so we haven't got a very clear 5-wave move up. We have a pretty messy chart that probably will provide some more clarity in the near future. But at the moment, I can tell you that, yeah, I'm leaning towards something more bullish, and I'm leaning to the idea that the low is in, but the probabilities are not very clear. So if you ask me, I'm either leaning to the white count where we come down in a C wave, or the orange one, where we have only just now completed 5 waves up. I don't really believe the idea that we already completed the 1-2 setup, but I cannot rule it out because it's a valid count. That's my update about DOT. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.